Is it pads? So if you're just doing pads, you can do it like this. Gives you the chance to just fold the caliper out of your way. Get every kilometre out of them. Righto, we're doing brakes on the MK, what is it, SY territory. It is well and truly overdue. I've been putting it off. They're all warped and heat spotted and the pads are absolutely gone. So we got it on the hoist. I bought a brake kit off eBay, which is Bosch and Bendix. Comes with brake clean, comes with front rotors, comes with rear rotors and all the pads. The pads are Bosch. Discs are BC Pro. Parts cleaners Bendix. And we're into it. So let me show you what we're up to. We've pulled the caliper bolts out. We've pulled the pads out, caliper cage out, and just squeezing back our caliper now. It's always good to just use the old brake pad. That's only a 4-inch G-clamp. You don't have to go real hard. Don't go crazy right from the get-go, just in case you've got one that's come out a long way. This one was very worn. They're very worn pads, so the pistons are a long way out. Sometimes it's nice to hit them with a little bit of brake clean. That's what I did before I actually squeezed it in. Now that they're squeezed in, we can go ahead and slip our rotor on, slip our cage back on, caliper cage, and then we can start putting brakes back in. The beauty of these things is the brake pads will actually slide in from the top once the caliper cage is in and the caliper swung out of the way. So now we've got these back. Let's get the rotor on, caliper cage on, and go for it. So this whole brake kit was $330 odd delivered. So I'm going to link that in the description. If you've got an SY Territory or even a Falcon, you'll find those kits through that link, and then I'd definitely go and buy one and swap them over. I just thought that was stuck and seized then. Forgot it's all-wheel drive. It's a drive shaft there. Righto, let's get a new rotor on. Have a look at that. Doesn't that look a bit better? New versus old, eh? We'll measure that at some stage too. Minimum thickness is 26. I think it's not actually at minimum thickness. I think it's just actually all that warped wear. Nice big ventilated discs on a Ford Territory. Ultimas, same thing, minimum thickness. Interesting to see how these ones go. It should really improve the stop, I reckon. Righto. I like to put red Loctite, just a smidge, on your caliper slide bolts. Not your slide bolts, on your caliper cage, caliper bracket. I normally put one in there because it holds the rotor on, so the rotor doesn't rock around as bad. And then do the bottom one, then do the top one. And then we can get our pads in. So a little bit of red Loctite. Don't go crazy, you don't need much. That's just a Permatex one from Super Cheap. Yeah, just a little bit of help just in case something goes wrong. Stops bolts backing out basically. And we'll get that in there, and then it's a 15mm head on that bolt to do it back up. And yeah, I'll Loctite them up. Just a little dab, I'll show you. Doesn't need much to capture it, as you can see. That's all you need. And then you don't want to use an impact tool or anything to start these. You just want to start them with your fingers. If you get everything in the right spot, that's easy. It's got a pretty coarse thread on it. You don't really want to go crazy early and get it jammed up in there. Then we'll get another one. Just a small amount of red Loctite. Get in there and do them up. They're 15 mil. All right, and then you'll have yourself back together like this. Check your slides, check them for lube, check to make sure their boots are on. These ones are still good, still nice and lubed. You don't want too much in there because it'll start attracting dust and dirt. Righto, let's get this G-clamp off. A little bit of tension on that brake hose that I'm not happy about where I've set that. So if you're cheap, you can leave that top slide bolt done up. You slide him in there and then flip him up out of the way. See how it's up out of the way, not causing any issues. Let's give that a quick blast with some brake clean, get the stuff off. So yeah, this kit, there'll be an eBay affiliate link, but like it's everything you need. Then at the, I'll make a clip of all the tools I actually used while I was doing it. Beautiful parks cleaner. That's great stuff. You don't need a hoist. I was going to do this on jack stands just for the actual video, for the sake of showing you can do this anywhere, anytime kind of thing. You do it in a car park if you had to. And I have done things like that before. That's our front pads. Come out of their wrap. When you're working on stuff like this, the less you handle the wear surfaces of these products, quite often the better. Can't see, yes we can. Just like that. See how they're square and sitting in there? They're almost as cool as like a race car reload, really. But they give you that advantage that you can just have the caliper out of your way. New brake pads are in. You got your slide back far enough. Oh, we are there. It's just the slide bolt was failing. There's our slide bolt, that's only a 10 mil. As you can see, it's had some Loctite on it. I'll give that just a little drip. Just remember, this is my car, not a customer's car. I don't work on anybody's car for money. I'm not a trained professional. But if you're at home and you need to do a brake job and you can't afford a mechanic, I'd rather show you how to do a half-decent job of it. Okay, it's beautiful and easy. Slide that in there and do it up. 10 mil. No, 12 mil. Oh, I had 10 mil on there before. Yeah, they're 12 mil. Just like that, you're in and on. That's a front one done. We'll give the disc a brake clean on all 4 of them before we put the tyres back on and stuff like that. You get some lube put on their studs, but put them back together. When you bolt your wheel up, it holds that all where it needs to be. And then some applications of the brakes and we'll actually start getting that piston out. Let's have a look at the back ones though. Okay, so back rotor and caliper. Let's try and do the same trick. Lots of people say silly things like your back brakes only do X amount of braking performance in your vehicle. I know a lot of people run no rear brakes on their nasty skid pigs. Biggest problem with running no rear brakes is the issue you have is when you brake, it actually pivots the front of your car down and gives you more front brake force. So when you lose that, your front brakes will lock up very easily. And when they lock up, they won't unlock as easy because they don't have as much weight on them. So if you imagine this has been a fixed point, it'll pivot the car down when you grab that caliper, pivots the front of the car down into the ground and makes those front brakes work a whole lot better. If you're going to do a skid pig, you really should have a like a proportioning valve or a lockout valve for your rear brakes. That'll allow you to still do your skids, but if you're on the street or in your race car, you can simply open that valve back up again right after you've done your little power skid, and happy days, because you've still got those rear brakes. They actually do a lot for your braking performance, and they make a huge difference to the way your car stops. So don't discount rear brakes; they're important. Beauty of these Territories is they're actually big vented brakes. They probably do a lot of work. So we'll grab the rattle gun, get these off. Car's done 217,000 Ks. I don't think the brakes have ever been done. Back on the shelf. 12mm right angle rattle gun. I should have brought my tool trolley over here. Using my mate's hoist. And we need that 18mm. I need 18mm for the slide. So we can leave this top one alone. Then I've got to grab this bottom back one here. So you can get that on there. I'm using the right angle Milwaukee impact ratchet I've got. It's a great thing. Alright. I'm going to need 2 hands, guys. Alright, rear caliper. Give that a pop. Oh, I remember it now. Push that hose out of that holder. There it is. Just sit that somewhere where there's no real tension on the brake hose. That works over there. Your 15mm. Back to your 15mm impact. Pop these out. You got pretty much everything out of those ones as well. Caliper cage needs to come out. Once we pick our caliper cage out, this rotor will be just sitting there. Oh, maybe this one's got a locator. I reckon it will. We'll get this caliper cage off. Give that a tap. See, they get real dirty on that collar there. We'll just give that a spray. Okay, you need to line up. This little adjuster. And you got to back that off to get the rotor off, because that's your handbrake. So make sure you don't do this with your handbrake on. That in there. Let's see how we go now. Still a lot of fun. We'll crank this off and see what happens. Alright, we got our back rotor on. You just have to back that handbrake off a bit. Back rotor's on. They sit a bit nicer and easier than the front ones do when you're putting it back together. Click your Bosch pads in. Looks so nice when it's all new, doesn't it? Alright, let's get that caliper swinging. You just got to get that piston back. Sit him up there. Let's get that piston back out of the way. Same thing again with your G-clamp, guys. Grab your old pad. Sit your old pad steel side in. Make sure there's no gunk on the outside of that you're going to squeeze in there. And let's get that piston back. Alright, once you got that cranked back like so, release your clamp. Like that. There's plenty of lube in there still. The most important part about the slides is that the rubbers are good, I reckon. And I really feel that that's good. Push your other slide back in. And you're there. That's another brake on. Alright, we'll do this one up. I'll go do the other side and then I'll come back at the end and show you what we're up to. Then we'll go bed them in. Alright, we're all back together. Got plenty of pedal feel back again. Got plenty of fluid. Obviously the fluid's all back. Probably needs changing, to be honest. It's been many years. Your proper brake bedding procedure is... I'm not comfortable filming with the phone while I'm driving during the day. Because yeah, obviously we'll get nabbed. But you want to between 5 and 10 times. You want to go from 60 kilometers an hour down to about 15 in about a 3-second period. So you want a reasonable brake application. Make sure there's no one around. Use a industrial site or something where it's quiet, and yeah, 60 down to 15, 10 to 15 times until you get a nice pedal feel. And then while they're new, try not to roast the brakes. Try not to long period brake down a big hill or whatever. Coast and then apply brakes when you need to apply them. And then when you're finished applying them, set them free and let them cool down again. Let's see what she stops like.